If you're sick and tired of the same old effects and you're looking for something new, maybe this is the right tool for you. And today we're going to be talking about Snap Heap. Let's go. And remember, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any other video from us, guys. And this is one of those plugins that it's an all-in-one. It's an amazing tool to work with. And I got this through Slate Digital All Access Pass. So I highly recommend you get that because they also give you a copy of Snap Heap, Multipass, and other plugins from Kilohearts. Kilohearts is a company that specializes in sound design, and they build a bunch of tools to make that happen and to make whatever you want from the top of your head a reality. And I wanted to show you this because I'm using it in my leads. Let's take a listen to this, to the before and after, because this is a preset I just created within Snap Heap, and I want you to listen to the difference it makes on the synths. So I have these three leads here. I want you to listen to it without any effects, just the leads. Pretty cool, but we want to spice up those leads because they're still kind of meh. So this is Snap Heap without anything on it. And as you can see, you have 7 serial buses here that you can add effects to. And it works as a matter of snappings is what it's called. And it's a module basically for any of those effects. So you have essential effects, premium effects, effects hosts, and new groups, okay? So all these effects that you have here, which are actually free, you can download for free from Kilohearts, and we're gonna talk about that later on. But these effects, you can actually snap it onto any of those serial buses, and you will get something like this, where you can add as many plugins as you want, and also on any of those, you can add afterwards whatever plugin you want, pretty much. And it works like this. From serial 1, the sound goes to serial 2. The sound from serial 2 goes to serial bus 3. And therefore, you know, going through the lane until serial bus 7. And after that, it goes to the modulators and then out on the gain and mix here parameters that you have over here. So that's kind of the flow of routing within the plugin. If you want, for example, 2 of those, like these 2 channels, so it acts like 0, 3, and 4, for example, as just one serial bus, right? All the signal mixed together. You can go here in between all those and just click this button here, and that, you know, joins together parallel bus 3A and becomes this parallel bus 3B. So it's an A and B side of the same bus, pretty much. So you create a bus right there, and you can do the same with the other ones as well. You can create even 3 of them and combine them into one. So it's a pretty cool thing to have. An unbelievable set of effects that you can have within Snap Heap, which is kind of the framework to hold it all together, right? And then you have modulators here to modulate whatever signal you want. You can create macros and you can attach it to, for example, the mix knob here of anything that you want. And then you can control this as you please. And you can get lost pretty easily with this, creating something really cool. And you can spend hours just modifying a sound because he has so many cool effects that you can play with. It's just unbelievable. Other than that, you can get a bunch of presets here that you don't have to do anything. It's just pre-designed for you guys, and you just set it and forget it and play with what they give you and have ideas to what you can do. And if you are a part of Slate Digital All Access Pass, you get all the presets from Slate, which are pretty cool. And it's $29, which is, I mean, ridiculously cheap for what this can do for your sound. And if you don't want that, if you don't want to pay for that and you just want the individual effects, just go back to the main page and go to Kilohearts Essentials. And now you will have all those effects as single plugins. In this case, I have them here. For example, I'm gonna add the Kilohearts Dynamics, for example, right? That's one module. I'm gonna have the Transient Shaper, for example. That's another module. So you can do them like that. And I wanted to show you my preset here for my lead and what it has. So I'm started with an EQ, a 3-band EQ here, honing in on the mid section right there for this lead. And as you can see, you have a visual representation of where the sound is. After that, on Serial Bus 2, I have a couple compressors, pretty much the same. I just duplicated them, kind of creating a parallel compression. And after that, I have a distortion module right here. So I join these two together. In Parallel Bus 3B, I have a saturator. These two, I have it independently set up as Etch and Saturate here. And I just put it on the mix knob pretty much of the channels, and this one's on the main channel of the Parallel Bus 3, actually, this mix knob. With these two parameters, which are the macros pretty much that you can create, you can modify the mix or whatever else you want within any of those snap-ins, which is what it's called actually, the little modules. And I just set it up to mix right there. So if I mix the distortion in, this is what it sounds like. Right, pretty cool. And if I mix the saturate, this is what it sounds like. Pretty cool. And you can do, you know, a mix of those two as you please, or modify later with automation if you want. And after that, I have a dynamics. This is upward compressions and downward compressions. This is a pretty cool plugin right there. Just controlling a little bit more the dynamics after this. And I have on Serial Bus 5 a delay and a phase distortion. And what this is doing is pretty simple, guys. So I'm gonna add a little bit of the delay here and before. The phase distortion is just working on that delay and giving it a completely different sound. So it sounds like a completely different synth within the mix, pretty much doing the same melody, just repeating it. On Serial Bus 6, I have a compressor and I have a reverb. On this reverb, I also have a modulator here. One of the modules that it's called, where is it? Audio follower. And that one, what's going to do is it's going to follow the audio actually exactly where it's playing. And with this one, I'm modulating the mix on the reverb, acting kind of as a dampener of the reverb. So instead of doing that with a sidechain compression, for example, I'm doing that with the audio follower here. And that is, you know, linked right there to the mix. And you're going to see this moving as this move. That's so cool, guys. After that, you can mix that overall signal as a parallel effect. What you can have also is multipass, which is another similar kind of workflow, but this is working by bands. You can divide it by frequency bands, as you can see here, and you can have individual effects to any of those bands pretty much. Now that I created that preset, I can have that lead source preset here, and it'll take the macros and put it here as a, as a module. It's super cool how they managed to do that. Conversely, I can do the same here. I can have multipass within Snap Heap, or I can even have Snap Heap within Snap Heap. So if I want duplicate of my own preset right there, I can have it. This is like Inception, guys. It's every sound designer's dream as far as effects, because it has it all. And guys, the sky's the limit with something like this. This is way too good to miss it, especially because they have all these little modules for free on their page, and you can use them individually. If you don't have any effects, please stop complaining, stop hacking plugins, stop cracking plugins, and download this. You can easily mix a song just with those tiny modules. Stop complaining, get your act together. I mean, it's a no-brainer, guys, for music producers. So go ahead and make music happen for you guys. And until next one, don't stress, do your best, be blessed, forget the rest. See you in the next video.